You need this, this, that can stay there. Alright, what is up YouTube? Welcome back everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday, weekend, month, because as we approach May and April comes to an end, a lot of things are already beginning to snowball, at least for the year of 2022. It's taking time, it's taking work, it's taking consistency, and I hope that you're having nothing but success this year. That being said, let's jump into today's video. Now, if you watch the last few episodes, I think it's the last one or two, and I think I talked about it on each one, but basically I'm taking photos and videos of anything and everything to continue to hone my skills, get better at my craft of photography, videography, content creating or content creation. Not just for the channel, not just for my social media presence, but for work, whether it's freelance, contract, commercial work, whatever it is, in real life, and adding to my portfolio a huge list of things that I'm taking photos of, videos of, and work of when it comes to the entire just industry. And that said, I did mention I wanted to take more photos that evoke an emotion, that really get you to thinking, and basically taking a good photo and turning it into a great photo. Now, what does that mean? Now, that can mean a different thing to everyone based on what the photo is about or is of. And let me just explain. If you are super into cars and I take a photo of a Ferrari and you love Ferraris, you're sold already. You love the photo. You may engage with it on social media. You may buy a print of it, maybe a calendar, a book about Ferraris. You may like videos about Ferraris and vehicles, and so that's just what you're into. So it makes sense, and a great photo of a Ferrari would resonate with you. Now, if we take that same photo and we show it to someone who loves vehicles but prefers trucks, that photo doesn't do so well, right? So basically, any photo can be great. You have to put some work into it to make it that. But to the right audience, it's great. Not to everyone. So again, if the photo, whatever it's about, whatever it is of, or the video too, or the content you're creating resonates with that person because that's what they're into, then it's great. If they don't, if that's not something they're into, then it's just a good photo, it's a good video, a good piece of content online on social media, and that's okay. So basically what I'm saying is, any good photo you've taken, any good video, any good piece of content you've made has the potential to be great to the right audience, to the right eye. Sorry, I closed my eye out of just instinct that I was gonna poke it, but to the right eye. Okay, so that's the preface there. Now let's get into the meat of the video, and that is taking a good photo and making it great, right? So just take photos should be the mantra there. As I gather all the materials together, and I'll show you here in just a moment what I mean. Just a reminder, thank you everyone for the support. Those who follow along, watch the videos, subscribe already, and leave likes and comments. I sincerely appreciate the support. This is a new journey for me in terms of going more full-time with social media, the YouTube channel, TikTok, Instagram, as well as photography and video. So thank you all for the support. Number two is, if you haven't already, subscribe. Hope you follow along, and if you like photography, videography, B-roll, content creation, and coffee, you love coffee, this is a channel for you. That's literally all I talk about and what I'm super into, amongst a few other things that I'll get into later on throughout the year, but mainly that's everything just condensed and packaged for you, the viewer. Okay, so now let's really get into the video, because I keep saying it and I'm excited. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm excited. So let me start here, because this is where the real story of this photo begins. These are nice looking donuts. Not the best looking donuts, I'm sure it still tastes delicious, but not the best. You know, in terms of physical appearance, not the most pleasing, not the most appealing. Okay, so what you just saw is the point and the subject for the video of making a good photo, taking it and making it great. A donut. Now in particular, as I mentioned, I want to take photos that are great, that are good and make them great, and also that evoke the emotion from within the audience or the viewer, based on what the subject is. As you guessed, it's a donut, but not just any donut. So the story is this, and my plan is this. The plan, I'll start with that first. I wanted to take a photo of a pink frosted donut with sprinkles on top, because to me, I think that would look really cool from up top, just the camera pointing down, the lens down, and it takes up like the entire screen. Print that, and I think that would look really interesting, really great, because it would evoke an emotion, I think, because the donut makes everyone think of different things, whether it's having donuts or donuts and coffee with your family, your friends, your best friend, while you're studying for college and exams, maybe in the morning before school, with your grandparents, with people who've already passed away, or even it may remind you of The Simpsons, because Homer was always munching out on donuts. In particular, the pink frosting with the sprinkles stands out. Or maybe you really love the Iron Man movies and you remember that scene with the donut shop that's, I think, in California. I don't remember the name of it. If you know, put it in the comments. But there's a scene where he's sitting in it eating out of a box of donuts. So in general, donuts can be delicious. Everyone has their own favorites, but that pink frosted donut with sprinkles is kind of synonymous with donuts. Now, if you hate donuts because they make you think of police and you hate the police, well, I'm sorry, it still evoked an emotion from you, just not the right one. Anyway, now let's get into the story. So I went to Dunkin' Donuts, as you can see the box there a moment ago, and yeah, I went there, asked for a box of donuts, a dozen, and in particular asked for 2, just in case one was messed up or got melted, something, right? Maybe sprinkles looked all messed up or the icing looked smeared. I asked for 2 of each type, including 2 pink frosted donuts with sprinkles. I got 2 of them. However, they were pink frosted donuts with the sprinkles that were not the regular little stick form shapes. It was the letter D, like Dunkin' Donuts, in the colors that the logo is. So it was a pink frosted donut with sprinkles. Don't get me wrong, they did not mess up on the order. It just wasn't the right type of sprinkles. Also, even though it still would have looked great with the D on there for Dunkin' Donuts, and everyone thinks of donuts, Dunkin' Donuts, again, still evoked an emotion, would have evoked an emotion. The donuts just look terrible. They look like they'd been there overnight. And this isn't to bash on Dunkin' Donuts. I love them. In particular, their coffee it gets you every time. It wakes you up. It does the job, and it's a good price, and it tastes absolutely delicious. Vanilla ice lattes, I could drink those all day. So yeah, so again, it's not that they got the order wrong, it's just the donut did not look like it could make it into a good photo and potentially a great photo. So that's the story and the plan. Now this morning, I had to run to HEB to get a few things for the kids' lunch, and I went right after going to the gym. And I just happened to take a look. I don't normally eat a bunch of sweets. Coffee, yes, I put creamer in there, but I saw freshly baked donuts, and it was a donut that I needed for the photo. Feast your eyes on this bad boy. Doesn't that donut just look so good, so perfectly sprinkled and frosted? Look how smooth that is. From the grocery store this morning to my fridge, because I needed it to hold its shape, consistency, and just perfectness. This is what I'm going to take a good photo and turn into a great photo. Here we go. So here I have the white backdrop, basically, which is just trifold. And I know what you're thinking. That beautiful donut, and you can tell, like, it's hot in here, starting to melt and glisten a little bit. But that donut it's not going to do justice with just that. So we need, can you hear that echo? Or is that just, so we need, there's a metal in here, a metal bucket, and it's echoing. Okay, so I'm gonna need light, of course, and something to put the donut in. On. That's where this comes into play. It's a little small cupcake or cake stand, and a turntable for cakes. This is to decorate cakes with, but I figured we use it obviously at home, but for some products. Product photography at its finest. All right, so now we have what we need for the photo, which is the subject, the delicious, ooh, that's a good looking donut. It's locked eyes with me. So we have the donut, pink frosted with sprinkled donut, the stand, the little cake stand, plus the big cake turntable to place it on. So we're gonna try a few different ones. One on the stand by itself, one on the turntable. I'll add in a little B-roll of the donut because it looks scrumptious, delicious, delicioso. And get this photo with the right lighting. I'm excited to see how this turns out. And there you have it, the photos of the pink frosted donut with sprinkles on top from Dunkin' Donuts. And I took some photos using the 1855, the 50, the 75 to 300. I threw those in, so let me know which ones you think look best, the most when it comes to just being sharper and just looking overall delicious, delicioso, because it's a donut and it's supposed to look good. I hope it evoked an emotion out of you and showed you how you can turn a good photo into a great photo, and it just stands out on its own. Also, if you were kind of skeptical at first, because I know I was looking at that box, that sad box of donuts. If you're kind of skeptical at first, wondering how am I going to make something out of what seems so insignificant, like I said, a donut, think of it from that angle. Get creative with it, stay disciplined in your creativeness, and hopefully it inspired you to take a photo of something you already have at home with very minimal equipment and gear and backdrop and setup, and without having to spend so much money either. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna put the photos up, and please comment below which one you like the best. I'll put 3 or 4, so just in the order that they're in, the one that you like the best, that's your number, your comment will suffice. I hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe and follow on for more content with photography, videography, B-roll included, and donuts and product photography, all of it, in everything basically, including the coffee break podcast. That'll be next. Anyway, I gotta go because we're having a party tonight, a little gathering for Brittany. So Brittany, if you're watching, happy birthday. We're celebrating you tonight. Again, this donut it's locking eyes with me, so I really gotta go now, finish my coffee and get some things done. Again, hope you enjoyed the video, hope you subscribe. Thanks so much for the support, and I'll see you next time. Peace.